Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jeff here from Forex Trading for Beginners. Today I'm very fortunate, privileged to have the opportunity to trade with one of our funded traders, Demo Brown. Welcome, Demo. Welcome. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Maybe you can't. Hello? Can't hear you. Oh, I hear you, mate.
I can hear you, mate.
Yeah, I see you're sporting a new lovely haircut.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Something's just happened. I'm struggling to hear you for some reason now. But anyway, let you know what I'm on. Looking at Euro USD, I'm on the 1 minute time frame. Yeah. Now, okay, for those people who have been following me, and I think you have, you know, I'm currently Bangkok, Vietnam time. So I'm in Vietnam, but it's the same time as Thailand down here, which is UTC +7. So what I'm going to do, you've mentioned you would like to come back and live the life in Vietnam and Thailand. So let's go back to our 7 a.m., which I test most mornings. So I'm just going to go down here. That's today, 7 a.m. when I prepared earlier. Just click that there, and that's it there. So for those people at home, this is like a candle represents 1 minute at a time. And today I'm going to put together a strategy, and all I'm going to do is a minimum of 5 pips. 5 pips is just a measure, a win. And if it goes in the direction I want, hey, fantastic, presto. It could be 10 pips, it could be 20, it could be 2. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this little button here. And this button, when I do that, when we see an up arrow, we're looking for it to go up. And if we see a down arrow, we're looking for it to come down. Because when do we get into any trade? Well, the wonderful thing in our trading system, we have an incredible guy, Kevin Orm, who's actually created an incredible tool for you. It's artificial intelligence. And part of our trading community, we get access to this. So here we go. Boom, there it is there. Well, it looks busy, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. So ladies and gentlemen at home, if you are at home, you see a red background and you see a blue background. Now think of the matrix of the blue and red pill. This is it here. So when you see a red, you see price should drop exactly as it does. And you see the blue background, price should grow exactly as it does. But we don't access anything. We'll wait to get this up arrow. Yeah, for the buy and the down arrow for the sell. And I've got a few extra oscillators down here, which I'll have a look at some point. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to hide that one there. I'm going to keep this one here. This is, for me, the easier one for new people to actually follow and make sense of. So there's 7 a.m. Now, I said 5 pips. It could be 10, whatever it is. But I get an up arrow here. Now, they've got a blue background, so it represents an up. We're above this blue line. And if you look down here, this is also above that midline. So boom. So I enter that trade when at the end of that 1 minute there. Boom. Yep. So the question, does it go 5 pips? It goes 5 exactly before it hits this mini ceiling. But it does continue. You see there, we could have stayed in the trade for 7. But 5 pips, that's 1 trade, 1 win. Do you see that, Demo?
Yep.
Yes, it's pretty simple. Yep. 1 trade, 1 win. Now, I'm just going to record this here because I think it's important people to realize that are watching this, the simplicity of this. So you set an alert when the background goes red, then you wait, get an alert for that. Boom, there's the alert there for the sell. And we're looking for 5 pips. So you get it there. So it goes down, goes back to, we're still in profit. But then, does it go 5 pips? It does. It actually goes just short of 10. So does it go to 5 pips? Yes, it does. 2 out of 2. Everyone's reached a minimum of 7. So what we've got here at this point here, blue background, we've got the buy. Now, first thing I'll bring your attention to is this now. This black candle is like a red candle. It's basically saying it's going to come down. Now, I actually started at the same level as this one here. And if we look down here, that there, the next candle in line with that there is actually coming down. And it doesn't start going back up until there. That one there. So that's a way to see, well, potentially get in slightly later using, I call a trade saver. This is, I call these my trade savers. And you see there, it does go up. So I'm going to stick to this one here, my trade saver. However, if we did get in that trade on that candle there, using my trade saver, when it starts going green, do I get my 5 pips? It goes up to 3, goes back down, up to 3, goes back down. Does eventually it hit 5? Yes, it does. 6 pips. But I'd have probably, when I saw that coming down, to be honest, I may have exited that at a small profit and took several, but I'll just count that as one trade, one win. So it's 3 wins in total. It turns red and I'm looking for a sell. I get that button, I sell there. So that means the next candle is that one there. So at that point, you see we're actually underneath that dynamic entry line there. It's going down and it's red, which this agrees with. Do we get 5 pips out of that? Can we get 5 pips? Yes, to there, but it keeps going down to 10, 11. So it's 4 wins out of 4. Any questions?
All right, all good.
Yeah. Background was, this is from 7 a.m. So if you're back living in Vietnam, Thailand, by the way, I know we're live and think I might take a little trip up to Hanoi. And I might take a little trip up there while I'm here. But here we go. Here, blue background. We're looking for the buy. We get the alert. We get the buy on the exact same candle. One thing I'll bring your attention to is this. This line here, although it's blue, it's actually going down. You notice that? It's going down. So when I see that, I would think potential warning, warning, warning. So let's mark that anyway once we get the ninja up, because we're looking at the, you see there it opens at the same price and it drops down because it's still coming down. Let's look at this here. We get something people know me from my trading camp, my intensive trading camp. You see we get a little fish hook there before the bounce off that thing, that money line there, boom. And that would be the entry. So when you see that going green, going back up. So according to that there, that would be this. We don't get any drawdown at all. This is an advanced technique, but using it. If you didn't, you could just get in there. But, well, let's just use the basic one. Do we get 5 pips? 4.1, it goes back down there. And it goes up to 4.2. Let's use my advanced one. And what do we get from there? We got 4.4, goes back down, and then it goes up to 4.7, not quite 5 pips, but it does continue up here. Let me get that one there. And eventually, because it's still going up, we get 6 pips. But when it went up there and it came back down and we saw it rejecting off there, there was a ceiling there. This automatically appears. You could potentially exit in 4 pips. And then you could have re-entered there to get more. Because at this point here, you actually do get more. So you could have had an extra trade out of that. So that's 5 trades and 5 wins. The matrix. So the way to look at it is this. When it's blue, you focus on buys going up, and red, focus on it going down. So when it's, so you just had a couple of a nice win, or even 2 wins if you like. If you want a break, go and make yourself a cup of tea, go to the gym, go shopping, do what you want to do, then come back. So red matrix, we get the down. Now you see there's 2 there. I want to bring your attention to that one, the first one that's there. And you look at this here, see the next candle you'd be the entry, but you see how it started above there. It's what it's been rejected. So I'd probably hold on. And again, you see that line there is actually going up. That line is going. This is how I interpret this. I know you know this, mate, but I'm just giving people my take on it. And again, you see it's quite a big fish hook here. And then at that point there, there's actually this trade saver. It says, Jeff, you can actually enter the trade right there. Boom. And if you were to do that, the next candle, 0 drawdown. The question is, do we get 5 pips? We go down to 2.9. We're still there, and it eventually goes down to that wick there, 5.1 pips. So that's 6 trades, 6 wins, and that would be 12:30 Thai time, Vietnam time.
Yep.
So that'd be, if you're doing 1% per 5 pips, well, there you go. You've spent 6%. And you can go to the gym, you can crack on, but we'll just carry on. I'll do a little bit. Do you have any questions on that? It's quite simple. Now let's look at this.
Simple, Jeff.
Now there we get the blue background, right? We're waiting for the buy, but we don't take it because we've not got the actual. But you know what? I've got this stepper thing here. What these do, this is like advanced stuff. It's beyond stuff. All we have to do is worry about this. This is just more advanced stuff for me. Which I'm testing out. So we get the entry there. Just trusting this without zero analysis now. And real, we don't actually do this. We use this in conjunction with harmonic scanner, but using the incredible matrix and the incredible Ninja Vantage. It's does it count? Do we get another win here? So let's look at that. That's going up. That's going, and that's going up there. There was a slight down there, but it then started turning up at that candle. So I'm feeling pretty confident. Can we get 5 pips out of this one? Absolutely, we get about 10. Boom. So that's 7 pips, 7 wins out of 7.
Yeah.
Next one, small down. Let's look at this one here. Yeah, that's it there. That would be the entry candle there. But what do you notice? As soon as it turns there, the matrix turns and you get the ninja up. So you see that one there? And also on top of that, the trade saver went green. So we would not take that trades. Yeah, so when you see in some of my results, void or a trade saver, that'd be classed, that one would be a trade saver rather than a void. Because your analysis actually kept you out the trade. Just that tiny little bit of analysis. So the next one, blue background, we get that there. That's going up. Now, when you see that up, down, you might see a bit of consolidation. As you can just, that's another. And I think these bands are actually quite narrow. See that there? But let's keep that for, let's just focus on that there. Let's see, I take that entry there. It does come down a little bit, just 1.5 pips. But do we get 5? Do we get 5? Yes, we do. We get more than 5. And then eventually we get more than 10. So that's 8 trades, 8 wins. And we get another one. Boom. There's another opportunity. There's the candle there. And that's another 11. Yeah. Now, what these are like support and resistance, highs and lows. And it bounced, it came down, and at that point there, it broke through. So that was, is that 9 wins out of 9? I think that's 9 wins out of 9. Yeah.
Interesting, Jeff. Yeah.
And then we get another opportunity. We just trade with the trend. Now let's look at this one. Let's do a little bit more of analysis of this one now. We get the buy there. Now, the interesting thing is we get it there. Let's look at this. And let me just draw a line for a minute. That one right there. That's that. So with the next candle, that is going up. That is also going up. And that would be the entry. So let's see, do we have a win this time? So we get there, it goes to there, it comes back down. It just depends on what your stop loss is. Potentially 5 pips. I've not spoken about pips or stop losses or anything. It could be underneath there. This is another rule we'll play with this strategy. But do we get 5 pips profit? Yes, we do. I'm going to place that as another win. 10 out of 10. Yeah, and you can get potentially small ones here, but the truth, I'd probably try and stick to one pair blue or red. Matrix go red, and it comes in. I'm going to stop there, but you can see the power of what we've got here in the ninjas.
Yep.
That's it, mate. I could carry on and show you, but it's just my take on it. You see the nice wins. And the reason why I focus on 5 pips rather than 10, because it's less time. It's focused on.
Well, that's what I do, is focus on 5 pips and just get in and out.
Yeah.
I'm actually I'm actually looking at narrowing it down to 3 pips.
Or you could even do that. If you know So this here is really powerful. Let me see. Let's see if there's a Ninja Advantage there. Let me see if I can get the Ninjacator. I'm going to have to adjust this. I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the 5 pips take profit, and I'll put this one. I'll put 15 pips stop loss, which all seems a bit weird, I know. So I've just changed strategy. The entry points are not the same as the Ninja. I'm going to go back to 7 AM. Auto, and now it's the same. In the blue background, we're looking for buys. We forget the sells. That's that's my take on it. So forget that one, because so we're in there. Ninja up. We've actually just had a buy there, so I'd be quite happy taking that. Do I get 5 pips? Well, it's already set. You can see it's 5 pips from there to there. So I actually get it right. And then it continues 3 more. But if you want to do a trailing stop, you can. It's up to you. There's one. Now, that one is not a win. It depends when you get. If you exited there, when it went from blue to red, you'd be probably at break even. Yep. Let's look. You see that there, mate? If you entered that one there, you've already had one win. As I said, in each one, this is very different to the other strategy. But let's say we take that there. Would probably be at break even. Let me actually. So there. But if you did take the next candle using my trade saver, you see how it's coming down.
Yep.
So I would not be in that trade. So wait for the next candle. It's red, so no trade. Go to the next one. It's red. Does it achieve it? Boom. 2 wins out of 2.
Yep.
Yeah. We're getting Ninja up. That's before. You may take it, you may not, but it was before, so probably not. You ignore that one, but it's a seller looking for buys. Let's look at this one here. We get the Ninja up there. There. First of all, you see it's at the same price. It's going straight across. It's going straight across. It's above the line. So potentially, you could have been in that, potentially. Just give us 1 minute. He's playing some music. If you were in that trade, if you did decide to get in the trade, not lost it there. When it comes up there and it starts coming down, I'd have probably just Elaine. He's just trying to put music on, the football on.
Football.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling the love for this trade, but if you entered in that trade there, if you did enter, it does come down, and as soon as it got to like break even or whatever, I would have probably exited the trade. I'm going to be honest, just to get out at that support. This is more stuff because I'm not really feeling the love. This got up and down, and you look at here. This other thing we're testing here. These bands are very narrow, so this is telling us there's not much movement going on. It's very narrow. You see that there?
Yep.
Very narrow. So again, that's a tiny little bit of analysis. That's how the stuff will be taught inside the ninjas. So red background. We get the matrix there. We had the down there. Boom. Does it hit it? Boom. Yes. 3 out of 3. Looking for the up. Happens here. Do you take that? Possibly. Possibly not. Do I count that one? Maybe. I'll count it 4 out of 4. It's a win. Let me check that there. It was still above there, and you see the entry would be when it starts going green. Just there. Next one. So what I'm finding with this here, the Ninja Vantage, I'm finding easier. There's less analysis needed. With this, just using them as it is, I'm finding I actually have to do more analysis. So there's the Ninja up there. Next trade, it's going up. So I would be in that trade, but it's green. And it's above that there. It's above the 55. It'd be in that there. Doesn't quite hit our there. It hits actually one of our support lines. It rejects it.
Yeah.
We'd still be in that trade, and it comes back in, and it rejects off that line again. So as soon as it rejects off that line, I'm exiting that trade in a tiny profit. Yeah, this is over. This is more than slightly more advanced, but I'm noticing there's more analysis needed with this than the next one. Sorry, I apologize. Blue background, still blue, but you see inside it. I'm just mistaken. I'd probably do something like this. Just do something like that and wait for a breakout.
Yeah.
Here. Okay, we get a breakout. It's in a buy zone. Let's look at this here. Goes up and it doesn't quite make it. So again, what I'm noticing here, a tiny profit. I can't even take that. I'm not going to count that as a loss because it was a win, but I'm not going to count it as a win either.
Okay.
Yep. Matrix went red. Ninja down. Hits of 5 pips. So it's 5 wins. Now, if you're looking upon this, what's your view on what I've just said about the more analysis needed? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, the Ninja Vantage seems a bit more
easier for beginners.
Straightforward, yeah.
Yeah. Now, this one here, that's a straight, easy win. 6 wins out of 6.
Yeah.
Not interested in that one. We look for buys. We get the buy there. No, we don't. Let me just check. We get it there. Let's do analysis. It starts there. At some point, it does go up, comes back down. But look at that color there.
Yeah.
It's coming down. I don't see it going up. So that tells me, Jeff, we should not be in that trade yet.
Yeah.
And I should not be in that trade until probably about there. At that point, it starts going back up again. Because at this point, it's underneath this line. And we're taking it from here. You could potentially be in there because it starts going up from there. So you could be in from there, and we get a 5 pips there. So that would be, again, a little bit of analysis.
Yeah.
And there's another one, 8 out of 8. We're still in this one here. Yeah, that would be in that trade. Would definitely be in that trade because everything's a buy. Let me just check with our other trade saver. Well, the lines are going down, but that's a little bit more advanced. Let's just keep it from there. We're not stopped out. We're not stopped out, and it does come up and hit our profit. So this would be what our class is a void because we're already in a trade. So that trade would be void. So that one's now a win based on our analysis. There. So it'd be 9 wins at a 9.
Yep.
Blue background. Again, it doesn't go above that entry and it's coming down. So what I love about this particular trade saver, it tells you, Jeff, I'm not ready for entry. Look, the next candle, it's dropped.
Yep.
No entry. This comes from my crazy wick entry strategy. This entry. So we'll go. Right. So there we go here. But again, I could do it again and again and again. There's more. That's just my view on it. I'm gonna stop shooting that.
You've got to be careful because you get people over trading now. So you only need one trade a day, 1%, don't you?
Yeah. Now, the good thing about the Ninja Vantage is going to be released on the 6th of June. I'm really quite excited about. It was almost zero analysis.
Yes. Yep.
And 1 minute time frame. I did actually I tested it the other day with Bitcoin.
Right.
Let's actually have a little look, see what it looks like today. I've not. But should we do the NAS first?
Can do, mate, yeah.
Let me actually check US 100. So that I'll use capital.com. I'll do you have time? Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah.
It's 7 a.m. this morning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the Ninja Vantage for this. Do this one real quick. So background blue. Now this time, perhaps you could do 5, you could do 10, you could do 50. That's it there. Yeah, there we go. Look at that there. 63 pips. Very nice.
Yep.
So you can set it for 10 pips with an index like this. Yeah. There's the ceiling. There's the entry. There's a trade. Next candle. A bit there. Do we get 10 pips? Yes, we do. It's a blue. Entry there. And there it goes 7.6. Then goes into a matrix. It is a win, but I'm not going to class it as a win. Oh, it was a win. Yeah, there's the entry, comes break even, and 30 pips. Yeah. Again, these ones, it's above this line. That one there. And there's another line inside this here. You see, it's actually supporting it. As long as it's another way to look at it, as long as it's supporting that line and it's not coming down, and you see it going up. The moment you see it coming down, there's your exit. And the PSAR's flip the following as well. So do we get 10? Yes, we do. I'm not going to count them now. I'm just going to say we did a bit of entrance there. Do we get 10? We get 15. Yeah. Again, let's have a look at this one. Because that one's consolidating, as you can see there. It's actually come down. If you did get in that trade there, question yourself, is the entry, because looking for a buy, above that, the entry or below it? Because one of the things about the crazy wick entry strategy is unless it starts above where that finishes, we do not enter the trade. So wait for it to break up, because it keeps us out of that there. That's more of that's stuff I introduced in my trading camp. I don't even remember. So there was no trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. lots of wins. But these are little things like I've actually started looking for. Look for reasons why not to get in the trade rather than entering the trade, because we all get emotional. Oh, look, there's a trigger, there's a trigger, right?
Yeah.
And then you ask yourself, you wait 1 minute and it dropped below there. So why would you enter that trade? Doesn't make sense to me. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. So that's but great to see you go live. You're a fantastic trader yourself.
We're getting back on it now. I'm going to get back on it next week, mate. Yeah, I should be using the. Well, I was using the Ninjavantage once I've got it, like I say, and as opposed to using try to use that as software.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you coming on. As you said, I did record this, so I'll put this in our. Is that okay with you? You feel comfortable with me putting?
Yeah,
Yep.
fine, mate. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for those people that are potentially looking at getting involved, Damon's a fantastic trader. How many years have you been trading? Almost 4.
On and off, I've been looking at trading for 4 years, 5 years, 4 years.
Got a lot of knowledge at that time.
Yeah,
like myself, like as I say to everybody, it's you don't win all the time. In fact, it's sometimes you go through periods of what am I doing wrong? And that's what's the benefit I find about the new technology the ninjas are brought together. Yeah. And there's actually other tools coming as well. On the 6th, I don't have. It scans the market for us, and it tells us when there's a Ninjavantage triggered. How good would that be? You give it the pairs you want to follow, but I think
that's what I'm waiting for. Is Ninjavantage get that where it tells you the pairs, so I can set it up on 4 or 5 pairs and then have a look at it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's catch up later, mate. Let's catch up. I've got something to do with A first, and I'll call you back maybe in 5-10 minutes if you've got time.
Yeah, give me a shout back on private. Yeah, private. Yeah, give me a shout back.
Have you got time? Okay.
You
take care.
Yeah. Okay, mate.